in blue appear. Transmissions will resume. Now try to push, try to keep us all down and hope that we will never see the truth around. Another promise, another scene, another package like to keep us trapped in greed. Oh, a green belts wrapped around our minds, an endless red tape to keep the truth confined. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Put a little bit of music into our lives. As the description states, okay, well, let me start like this. If anybody's not familiar with one of the projects, one of the cases that Unite Ohio has been working on, we were told a little while back now that there was a bus driver in Whitehall who had harmed children. And so we contacted the families to see what was going on, asked if we could help. They said, yeah, we could, no one was really helping them out. They couldn't get access to the video, the school bus video. So we said, all right, we would help them out. So we help them get the video, and we help them investigate and all this other stuff. And as the case has gone on, we have been involved with the police and the school and everything else. We watched the video, and the bus driver blatantly hurts the children. Since then, the 6-year-old little girl has been diagnosed with a concussion, PTSD, and her chiropractor won't touch her because he did the x-ray and saw that she has 2 discs in her neck that are out of place. They think, all of that is attributed to constant abuse from the bus driver. Now, he wasn't arrested because of his friends. This guy has been getting preferential treatment this entire time. And I really mean that. I don't know who else could be on video harming children. He's never been arrested. He was summoned to court. He had one arraignment, got a continuance till December 1st. And then we just found out that he went on Wednesday because he had his lawyer have a secret meeting with the judge to petition to be able to move it up, that because of, well, we don't know why. We don't know why. I'm imagining it's because of notoriety. I'm imagining it's because of all of the attention that all of you have helped bring to this case. Now, think about how insulting that is. All of the work that the militia has done, all of the work that, our 3% irregulars, they've been to the board meetings. They've met with the families. They've been involved with this since day one. Anonymous has helped us since day one to obtain information, and just talk to us about, what's going on, and then they kind of do their thing. And, but, all of our efforts, getting a hold of the news and helping this story stay in the news, they want us to forget. That's why he had it continued until December. This guy has never spent a day in cuffs. And as Mr. Baca from Channel 10 News reported just a few days ago, he found a loophole in the system. So now we know that because Christopher Lydistansky has never been arrested, he wasn't fingerprinted. He was only summoned to court. He's not even facing felony charges. He's facing misdemeanor charges. And there's a videotape of the man harming children. He tied the other child's legs to the school bus. This is a nonverbal, severely autistic child. He can't communicate, what's going on, what he's thinking, what he's feeling, anything. And here's the bus driver. And the bus driver pulled up at his house to leave all the children on the bus so he could go into his house in the garage, get a belt, come back to the bus. And you hear the kids on the bus saying, "Ooh, you're in trouble now," talking to, the little girl and the autistic child. So he had gone to his house many times. And since all this started, some of the parents have asked their children who rode on his bus, "Can you take me to the bus driver's house?" And they took him right there, right to his house, right to his door. He wasn't fingerprinted, and this is what Nathan Baca revealed from Channel 10. He's not been fingerprinted, so he's not in the system. So he can go and get a job driving your children around. They'll never find it. We are not asking from day one. We weren't asking for too much. The superintendent lied to us. We have it on a recording. He straight lied, said that the families were lying. And then, because he said there was nothing on the school bus tape from Friday. Then Christopher Lydistansky gets charged 3 more charges from Friday's videotape, the one that the superintendent said there was nothing on. You guys wouldn't, if you've not been familiar with this case and what's been happening, I know it sounds unbelievable, but it gets even worse. Now the superintendent is saying that the organization that I speak on behalf of, Unite Ohio, sent him a threatening email. Said that we sent him a threatening email, and he's asking for extra police patrols around his house. We do food drives. We do community organization and community action. We help bring to light when elderly women aren't allowed to fly their flags, their American flags. We've never threatened anybody because it's not what we do. That's the opposite of what we do. And that's why he said that. Sergeant Kelso, the Whitehall Police Department, told one of our members that all of our groups are being watched. And we took that as they were trying to intimidate us. We see this as the same thing. The judge is helping them out, giving them a secret trial where, they petition so that they can avoid the community holding this guy responsible. Now, the judge, the prosecutor, the superintendent, the police, all of these people are complicit in helping these guys. Why are you helping him? He is on video harming children. It's on the video. He takes his arm, goes like that to the 6-year-old girl, and her head goes smack up against the window. She went to school and was puking. She'd been having headaches and everything and couldn't sleep. And before she went to bed, she was saying, "Mom, is he going to get me now that I told?" Then she goes to school. She's having the headaches. Then she starts puking. So they rush her over to the doctor. The doctor said a concussion and possible PTSD. I mean, I'm not making this up. We have all of the information. We have all of the news reports. We have the videos. We have everything. We have every bit of it. And I just can't even believe this is happening. I can't believe the judge is sticking up for this guy. I can't believe that the prosecutor didn't even notify the families that he was going to court on Wednesday. What is going on? This is the same prosecutor that only charged him with misdemeanors. He was charged with misdemeanors for harming these children. So this prosecutor is going to do everything he can to let him walk. Christopher Ladistansky goes into court last Wednesday and pleads not guilty to all charges. He's going to walk. We've done everything we can, and we're still going to go to the school board meetings, but we have to cancel our event for December 1st at the courthouse because the judge and everybody let him have a little trial, a little secret private trial where no one was aware of it. They didn't tell the families. They didn't tell the media. They didn't tell anybody, Oh, well, we're not obligated to. Well, you know what? You're going to find out that you are. You're going to find out, judge. You're going to find out, prosecutor. You're going to find out, Christopher Ladistansky. You're going to find out, Superintendent Brian Hamler. All of you, you're all going to find out that this community will hold you responsible. Unite Ohio is a grassroots movement that wants to help the community, and we're going to help in any way that we can. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what comes up. We're going to try to help. And if that puts us up against schools and everything else where you guys are trying to bully us, obviously, the superintendent had it printed in the Gahanna newspaper that United Ohio threatened him. He was talking about us, Unite Ohio. This is the same guy I was in the conversation with, and he lied, so we put it out there, and I told him he was being recorded, and he just kept going. It was amazing. So, unbelievable. We have a system that's completely broken. Every single safety system that was set in place to protect those children failed. You have a severely handicapped child on the bus that had no assistant with him. You have a bus driver running to his house frequently. Now the whole system has decided to protect him. This is what I say we do, okay? Of course they're going to try to hurt Unite Ohio. Of course they're going to try to say that Anonymous threatened him or Unite Ohio threatened him. I say we show them that this is our community. It's not theirs. It doesn't belong to the judges. It doesn't belong to the court systems. It doesn't belong to the schools. It doesn't belong to the police. It belongs to you. There is no one else that is going to stand up for these families. There is nobody else that is coming to the rescue of this community. Nobody's going to drive in from Kentucky and say, "Hey, what's going on? Can I help?" It's not going to happen. Either you do it or it doesn't get done. We're going to create an event. We're going to bring as much attention to this as we possibly can. We're going to use every single resource that we possibly have to let everybody know this person is harming children. He has not been charged properly. The courts are helping him. The schools are helping him. The prosecution is helping him. Everybody is helping this man that is harming children. Everybody. And we don't know why. I don't know why you guys would do that. And I get that, if you're going to do that, then you're probably going to try to harm us. You're probably going to say that Unite Ohio is threatening people. Unite Ohio has never threatened anybody. You know, that's not what we do. That's the opposite of what we do. We show up and say, how can we help? What can we do? Can we be a part of this? That's our function. Everybody knows that. And everybody knows that this is a lame attempt to try to bully us and slander us. We will be sending a formal letter to Mr. Potts, allowing him, I'm sorry, not Mr. Potts, that is the attorney for the families. We will be sending a formal letter to Brian Hamler, the superintendent. We will be sending him an email stating that he is slandering us and he needs to cease and desist. This will be a formal cease and desist letter, also known as an infringement letter or demand letter. Excuse me. We will let him know that he needs to halt his unlawful activity and to not take it up again through the mediums he has used or any other mediums whatsoever. Mr. Hamler, you are not allowed in the United States, in accordance to our laws, to slander any entity or individual, and that is exactly what you have done. We will be sending you a formal letter. As far as Anonymous catching your attention, let's go back a little bit. Has Anonymous never heard of Whitehall before? Or do you know how to use YouTube or Google? Or were you somehow a part of that? Some of the board that's sitting there now, maybe. The school board in Whitehall that's been getting all of this attention recently because you failed those children, you failed the families, you failed the community. And now you're covering up for this guy. It's unbelievable. So if you caught the attention of Anonymous again, because this isn't your first time in Whitehall having to be confronted with Anonymous, everyone who's listening, you don't have to believe me. Go to Google, go to YouTube, type in Anonymous Whitehall, see everything that comes up. They have a history. Did you think that Anonymous was just going to stop watching you? Did you think that there was one incident and they were going to let you go? I don't even know why you would continue. If Anonymous says expect us, it's your ass. You know that. Whitehall specifically knows that. Why would you taunt those people again? Of course, they're going to send you a letter. And they asked for resignation. It wasn't a threat. You know, you can try to turn this into whatever you want. And I think the taxpayers in Gahanna should know that the superintendent of Whitehall Schools lives in your city. So if you're from Gahanna, if you know anybody from Gahanna, if you can get this out to people in Gahanna, your tax dollars are paying for extra patrols and extra protection for Brian Hamler and your community when he has made completely false claims about a community action group. You think we won't blow this up? That is illegal, sir. You cannot do that. Everything you have been doing has somehow been, that's why you even got our attention in the first place. That was why you and I had a conversation, a couple of conversations. That was why you've already had the attention of Anonymous before. You people don't get it. You don't understand. I'm a community organizer, right? If you caught the attention of Anonymous, you did something wrong and you need to stop. But you won't. I don't know what your deal is. And on top of that, this person is harming children. You weren't kind to anybody at the meeting, at the board meeting. You know? You were rude. You know, just because the meeting is over, that's the official time. What if you're invited to come and speak with people afterwards, I don't know, as a human being, as part of the community, like you were invited to do? And then you give those kind of remarks? Have you lost your minds? This is our community. We have taken responsibility. We are not going to allow this to continue. We will get that entire school board replaced. We'll make sure everybody knows the judge's name, the prosecutor's name, and no one's ever going to forget Christopher Lyda-Stansky, the child abuser, on misdemeanor charges. What do you guys want to do, huh? What do you guys think? Is it okay that you in the Central Ohio community are being represented this way to the rest of the state When they look at us, this is what they see. Oh, you can harm children in Columbus. You'll get off as long as you have friends and things. Is that fair? Or do you work really hard? And are you an honest person that doesn't deserve this kind of representation? That's how the other states are looking at us. And that's how the nation looks at us. That's how the world looks at us. We are connected now. We deserve better than this. We've taken responsibility for our community. We love Whitehall. We love the people out there. You keep messing with the wrong people. I don't know what it is that makes you think this is okay, that you would treat people in your community this way. This is ridiculous. The entire system has failed these families and therefore the communities from beginning to end. World-renowned Dr. Rima on Live Truth Radio said that he didn't just abuse those two children. Dr. Rima, the one and only, said that he abused all of the children on the bus because they had to be witness to all of this. Not once, not twice. They've got reports from the 6-year-old girl of this starting in kindergarten. You know? And there's a lot of people that's come out from the community. Please, Whitehall, please, come to the board meeting. Please, come to the board meetings. All of them. You'll be out there with us, with the 3% Irregular Militia, with Anonymous, with Unite Ohio, Columbus Freedom Rally, For God and Country. We need everybody out there. This has gotten way out of hand. We brought a lot of attention to this and had really good help from local media. 4, 6, 10, everybody was helping to bring this to light somehow. Then, what happened? The courts let him sneak and have this trial where, you know, the families are completely robbed of their day in court to be able to look at the person that has been accused on behalf of their city, you know, against their children. Didn't even tell him. Didn't even tell him. Well, this is our community now. We changed the game. We're not going anywhere. It doesn't matter how you try to bully us. We got into this game knowing that we were outmatched, knowing that a grassroots organization has no business even trying going up against these huge entities. You know what else we knew? We knew a couple of things that you can't seem to grasp. We knew that it was the right thing to do, and we knew that if we could get everybody to come together, that you don't stand a chance. And now you know you don't stand a chance. We're going to keep bringing the community in. We're going to keep bringing notoriety to this. You think changing court dates and things are going to stop us? No. We'll just extend our reach into the courthouse to make sure that we're up to date on everything. Go ahead. This is our community. It's not yours. It's ours. And you're going to have to learn that. We're taking it back. I can't believe you would do this. I cannot believe that you would stand up for someone who would harm children like this. I cannot believe you won't take responsibility for how your systems have failed these children that you were responsible for. I can't believe you would treat your own community this way. They come to the board meeting trying to express their views, and this is the treatment they get. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, good. Here's something about our efforts, the efforts that we've already made, because we've worked so hard as a community, because all of us have decided to come together and embrace these families, which should be done, because what's going on isn't right, and that could have been any single one of our relatives at any time. Because we've been able to keep up the pressure, that's why they moved the court date into secret. So we keep it up, but we make it worse for them. We get louder. We make our presence known even more so. We flood the school board meeting, demanding all of them resign. There's no way that we can trust any of the people that have continued and precipitated and condoned this behavior. There's no way we're going to trust any of them. None of them. And, you know, if I tell you what, we'll give the school board this opportunity, okay? If any one of you wants to speak out, if any one of you wants to speak against what is happening, if any one of you sees fit to try and help things in the direction of the families, will somebody please stand up for these families? Will somebody please help these children? We need your help. We need your help. We need everybody's help. This is crazy. I can't believe they would do this, but they are. And so we need your help. That's what this comes down to. This is nuts. Hell yeah. Anonymous, we need your help. Please. Please. I know you were out there in Whitehall before. This is insane. I have no idea. The links that these people would go to. We were so caught off guard by this. And I don't know if it's just such a high level of corruption or if this guy is just so well connected. I really don't know. But we need all the help we can get from anybody because these people are powerful. Yeah.
It shows on FCMC clerk that he is found not guilty.
That he was already been found not guilty.
Yep, they waived the jury time per the attorney's request, who is Thomas Bond. There is no trial date set because
he's already been found not guilty.
Which I find interesting because if they waive to have no jury, then it should be brought before a jury or at least have another trial.
No, as a United States citizen, you have a right to a speedy trial. So he exercised that right. And because the prosecutor wasn't going to, he charged him with misdemeanors to begin with. So, okay, if you go to fcmcclerks.com and type in Christopher Lydistansky, it looks as though he was found not guilty on all charges. Okay, so he's not. Both dockets say that he exercised his right to a speedy trial and he got off. So there you have it, folks. Christopher Lydistansky is on video harming children, but they let him go. They let him go. I say we protest this court's decision. And I say, forget about the rest of the nation and what those people do. I say we do this how we do it in Ohio. This is our home. They want to let that son of a bitch go. They want to let him walk free after there's video evidence. There's testimony from the children. They let him go. All of us have been represented by that criminal court. They let him go. They failed us. Our system failed us again. The system will not protect our children, will not protect our families. How would you feel? How do you think you would feel if you were the parent of one of those children? They just let that man go and he was on video. That little girl she had a concussion, PTSD, and now the chiropractor won't touch her because the x-ray showed she's got 2 slip discs. These are facts. I don't know what else to tell you. I've seen from the doctor where, it's in the doctor's handwriting and everything and says concussion and possible PTSD. I saw that for myself. So we'll be at the school board meetings for sure. I want to hear what everybody else thinks. I want your opinions under the video here, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Google. What do you guys think? Miscarriage of justice? All the weird anomalies from the very beginning where this guy wasn't being charged right. Come to find out, the first officer he talked to is the officer that works at the school that he sees every day. Yeah. So Columbus, Ohio, Franklin County courthouse just let a man walk who was on video abusing a child and tying another disabled child's legs to a chair. How do you feel about it? Does that accurately represent you? Does that represent all the hard work that you've done? Does that represent the standard that you've been held to? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's crazy. I can't believe it, honestly, because she just told me as I was talking to you guys, and so you're just getting my actual reaction. Oh my God. So we'll get an event together, and I say we do it at the courthouse, and I say I say we voice our opinions. So Unite Ohio was, according to Brian Hamler, or United Ohio is what he said, threatened or sent him a threatening email. We want to see the email. We'll be sending him a formal letter to stop his slandering. And I hope that the community continues I know you guys will. You guys will continue the support you have. And we're going to do everything we can to ramp it up. They're not allowed to treat us this way. They're not allowed to treat our children this way. So I say we make them pay for it. I say that we go down there and we are heard. And yeah, not in our city. It belongs to us. So unbelievable. Thank you, everybody. Unite Ohio appreciates everyone. We hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. And we've been dealing with this through Thanksgiving, but you know, hope you guys got to spend good time with your families, and in that spirit, we'll hope that you'll help these families as well. So hope to hear from you on the thread here. All right, guys.